Imagine trying to ban a flavor of ice cream that hasn't even been invented yet. It sounds like something out of a Philip K. Dick novel, doesn't it? But in the high-stakes poker game of global tech, that is exactly what the U.S. government just did. They didn't just move the goalposts, they sanctioned the grass the goalposts are supposed to stand on. We are talking about HBM4, High Bandwidth Memory Version 4. It is a technology that, as of this recording, isn't even in mass production. Yet, it's already been labeled a threat to national security. Welcome to Logic Map, where today we are mapping out the strangest bottleneck in history: the war over a ghost. To understand why the Department of Commerce is losing sleep over a blueprint, you first have to understand that AI isn't just about the brain or the GPU. It is about the veins. You can have the fastest processor in the universe, but if you can't feed it data fast enough, it's just a very expensive paperweight. That is where high-bandwidth memory comes in. It is the ultra-fast delivery system that keeps Nvidia's Rubin and Blackwell chips from starving. But HBM4 is different. It is moving from being a separate component to being literally fused onto the processor. It is becoming part of the chip's DNA. And that, my friends, is where the bottleneck turns into a lockout. So, why sanction it now? Think of it as a preemptive strike. The U.S. realized that if they waited for HBM4 to hit the shelves in 2026, it would already be too late. By placing these sanctions on a technology that doesn't exist yet, they are effectively telling competitors like Huawei and Biren that the bridge to the future has been demolished before they even reached the river. It's a bold, slightly hilarious, and incredibly aggressive move. It is the tech equivalent of a parent grounded a kid for a party they haven't even been invited to yet. But when the stakes are global, AI dominance, better safe than sorry involves a lot of red tape and export controls. But here is the twist that keeps the industry up at night. This bottleneck doesn't just hurt the bad guys, it creates a massive pressure cooker for our favorites like SK Hynix, Samsung, and Micron. These companies are pouring billions into R&D for HBM4, but now they have to navigate a maze of pre-crime regulations. If they build it too well or too efficiently, they might accidentally trigger a sanction they didn't see coming. It is a tightrope walk where the rope hasn't been fully tied yet. We are seeing a shift where the science of memory is being dictated by the policy of Washington. The most inspiring part of this mess, if you can find one, is the sheer human ingenuity being thrown at the problem. Engineers are now being asked to innovate around the law. They are finding ways to squeeze more life out of HBM3E or developing entirely new chiplet architectures that try to bypass the sanctioned specs. It's like watching a grandmaster chess game, where one player keeps removing the other's pieces before they even move them. But humans are stubborn. We see a bottleneck, and we don't just stop. We find a way to flow around it. This brings us to the core of our map today. The HBM4 bottleneck isn't just about memory. It's about control. It's about ensuring that the next leap in human intelligence, the kind that Rubin and the next generation of AI promise, stays within a very specific set of hands. Whether you think that's a genius move for stability or a monopolistic nightmare, you have to admit, it's the most fascinating technical drama of our time. We are living through a period where the future is being regulated before it even arrives. The shift is happening right now, and if you aren't watching the memory space, you're missing half the war. So, here is the question for the comments. Do you think sanctioning future tech is a brilliant strategic move to maintain a lead, or is it just going to accelerate the development of a completely independent, dark supply chain that we can't track? I'm looking for the most logical takes, and I'll be pinning the best one below to keep the conversation going. If you want to keep mapping out the logic behind the chaos, make sure you hit that subscribe button. We are building a community of people who look past the headlines and into the architecture of power. Don't let the algorithm choose what you know. Stay ahead of the bottleneck with us here at Logic Map.